Hey you guys, this is Christina with Leads and Leverage, and I'm here with you for another episode of The Ribbit Show. Actually, we're on episode number 58. Number 58. I can't believe that I have done 58 of these. We're on 58, so episode 58 of The Ribbit Show, and today we're actually going to talk about how to get your posts seen on your Facebook business page. So that is a question that was asked of me recently. How do I get my posts seen? So we're going to talk about that. If you are watching this in replay, please let me know in the comments or to the side or wherever this is, wherever you're seeing this, please let me know that you're here in replay and that you're watching it. And if you have questions for future episodes, please share those questions. And it's really helpful for me. So I see a few of you are popping on. That is awesome. I'm going to give it about 60 seconds before I actually dive into the topic. We're going to talk about how to get your posts seen today. And I actually have some information that I think is going to really help you. Checking over on my computer because I noticed yesterday when I was doing live streams that I couldn't actually see the comments on my phone. So I don't know why. It disappeared. So I'm going to go over and pop over to make sure I can see your comments. So we're going to, hi Tom. Yeah, I can't see your comments today. So that's awesome. Thank you. Hi Tom. So, yeah, we're going to talk about getting your posts seen. And I know that a lot of people are struggling with, the correlation between getting that stuff out there so people can see it and then getting leads. So that's what we're going to really talk about. And like I said, I got this from one of the questions that was asked in my public Facebook for Real Estate Agents group. I'll put the link here for you guys later. Hi Jerry, hi Donna, how are you guys? So yeah, so we're going to talk about that. And I actually am writing an article for Inman about this very topic. So I'm going to just kind of talk with you guys and flesh it out some more with you guys. I would love your feedback, questions that you have about this topic, etc. So let's are you guys ready to dive into this? Just tell me. I know there's just a few of you here right now, but you know what? You guys are the lucky ones. Are you ready? Just say yes. Let me know. And then if you want me to go deeper on something like how to get your posts seen, if there's something specific you want to know about that, let me know in the comments. That helps me direct this so that I can help you. All right, guys. Hi. I see several of you. Donna, Tom, Jerry, whole bunch of you. Hello. Welcome replay viewers too. So let's see. Are you guys ready? I'm not seeing any response. I wonder if I stopped getting comments. Yeah, okay. So let's just do this. First of all, this is the answer, how to get your post seen, okay? So this is the big, huge, clear and outer space answer. Hi, Tammy. You need to be valuable, you need to be relevant, you need to be inspirational, you need to be entertaining, and above all, you need to be contextual. I know, so you're like, okay, what? What does that mean? Can you just tell me some specifics? So there's a couple things. First of all, when we're talking about our posts being seen, we're actually talking about, in Facebook language, we're talking about our reach. Why are the posts that we put on our business page, why are they not being pushed out very far? That is called reach. So you can usually see how many people have seen a post or how many feeds Facebook has pushed that particular post into. So first of all, a couple things. Don't look at the individual reach of a post when you're going, oh my gosh, I have 1,000 likes on my page and 21 people saw this post. I can't get my post seen. Okay. So first of all, you can't look at the analytics of one post. You really need to look at the analytics of 7 days, a rolling 7-day period of all your posts. So when you look at that, you have a much better idea of the numbers of the news feeds that it's going into. That's first of all. So you want to look at your weekly overall total. That's first of all, just to give you a little bit of perspective. So it's basically how many posts you put out that week and your overall reach. Okay, just to give an idea on that. But you got to remember something, guys. Your goal as a real estate agent, it's not necessarily to get your posts seen. And I know that sounds like, well, how am I going to get leads if I don't do that? But no matter what you do, Facebook is only going to show each of your posts to like 1% of your page likes. That's just what they're going to do. Your goal as a real estate agent for your Facebook business page is to actually drive traffic into your database. And in your database, that's where you're going to create and develop know, like, and trust relationships. That's really what your goal is. So I know what you're saying is, I know what you're thinking, or I think I know what you're thinking, which is, if I can't get my posts seen, how do I drive traffic into my database? Well, there's a lot of different ways to do that, but let's stay on the post topic. Welcome, Michelle. Welcome, Tom. Welcome, Donna. Welcome, Tammy. Hi, you guys. So don't forget to put your questions as I say stuff or talk about stuff. Put your questions. Or if you need clarity on anything, put your questions or comments in the comments. So here's what it is. When you can basically spend your time doing Facebook one of two ways. There's basically two different ways to leverage Facebook business pages. One way is that you can spend a lot of time making a page that has really high reach and really high engagement. And that takes a lot of time, Nothing wrong with that. It's not the best use of your time for a real estate agent. But the other way you can do it is you can spend time leveraging the page to drive traffic into your business. So here's what you're going to do. I actually teach you how to drive traffic through your page rather than leveraging the engagement of the page. Because as real estate agents, we don't have time to actually be on Facebook constantly. To have a really high engaging page and a high reach page does not mean that you're going to get more business as a real estate agent at all. However, if you do it right, you could, but it takes a lot of time and you got to stay on it every single day. So what I'm trying to teach you to do is to leverage Facebook in a way that works well with your real estate business. Okay. So here's the first piece. Your posts that you post on your page, they absolutely must be contextual and they must be relevant. So here's what I mean. And yes, I'm looking at my notes because I actually wrote a good portion of this. I'm going to actually submit this to Inman when it's all done. And some of you guys are going to come back after you've read it and you're going to watch this video. But I want to go deeper in the video. So your posts that you put on your Facebook business page, they need to be what your consumer wants and needs to see. Not sales pitches, not listings, not open houses, not sales pitches, not sales pitches, not sales pitches. Am I getting through to you? They don't want sales pitches. They don't want to be disrupted. So what do they want? Okay, well, they want to laugh. They want to be inspired. They want to feel good. Okay, they want solutions. They want answers. They want it to be easy. They want to connect with a real person who is being real with them. So that's the very definition of authenticity and transparency. That in the real estate industry, we keep touting all those words, and that's what it actually means, is to be a real person connecting with a real person. So I actually have 5 things you can do, 5 steps you can do to get your post seen. I wanted to make sure you guys understood, first of all, that it's a better idea to focus on driving traffic into your database, that highly seen posts don't actually equate to more people in your database. I wanted you to know that there were kind of 2 ways to build your presence on Facebook. And I wanted you to know that you need to have contextual and relevant. You need to be a real person to people, not just spewing out stats and things like that. So here we're going to go into this. Here are 5 things you can do to get your post seen. The very first one. This is actually the key. This is the foundational. It is the most important, and it's the one that most of us fail at. In fact, almost all of us fail at this because we started doing this wrong with the wrong intention, because we didn't understand what the benefit would be when we started this. The first one is you have to have a page with a highly targeted page-like audience. Yeah, so if you've added all of your real estate colleagues, that page and getting your post seen is doomed. If you've added all of your friends list, you're doomed. If you have participated in any kind of what I call like exchange or like ladders or groups, there are groups out there on Facebook for real estate agents to go and click like on each other's pages. Guys, if you have done that, that is one of the biggest reasons why your posts are not being seen. Because if you're giving stuff that your consumers, that a targeted audience would actually want to see, real estate agents that are clear across the country don't give a flying fig what you put on your page. And their reaction, or actually lack of reaction to that, is exactly why your posts are seen by fewer and fewer people. Because Facebook goes, oh, okay, well, nobody likes what this page is putting out, so we're not going to put it out. So this is the key. This is the absolute key, and you guys need to do this. So get your page set up right. I will put a link. I forgot to put it in before I started this, but I will put a link for the Facebook page setup checklist in this video above it. Get that checklist. Right after that is the Facebook page setup strategy workshop. Go through that workshop. Get your page set up the right way. So first of all, your page is doomed because those people are not your target audience. They're not going to respond to your posts. Facebook looks at what actions people are taking. If they're hiding or unfollowing or just scrolling right on by, they're going to put your content out less and less. And if you try and put content out that your fellow agents would like, because that's who's connected to your page, you're never going to get leads. You're going to get fellow agents. So see the dilemma here? You need to have a page with a highly targeted page-like audience. That's number one. Let's see. That was the first thing. The first part of number one. The second part of number one, if you've added like your friends or your family and things like that, here's the problem with you inviting them to your page. They didn't discover your page on their own. Okay, why is that a big deal? The joy in social media, and it's quite literally a joy, because social media, Facebook, going through Facebook, discovering things, that produces joy dopamine. The dopamine levels, we like the fun of discovery. And so that's why we're so addicted to social media. So if they're not discovering you, they're not interested in the content that you have. Most people, every time I get a page come like my page, I used to like it because, okay, it's a friend, I want to support them, not interested in what they were doing, but I wanted to support them. Well, if you've been asking people to like your page that are not your target audience, that's what they're doing, which is not helping you. It's not helping you. So you need to help people discover you rather than pull them to you, rather than saying, hey, come here and come like my page. So they need to feel as though that they have discovered you, which is just one of the many reasons why I pretty much preach and teach running highly targeted page-like ads, to build a highly targeted page-like audience that you can then connect with and basically farm. Because when you run those ads, they discover you. I know you're running the ads, but they're still discovering you. Yeah. So number two. So we did the first one, which was you got to have a highly targeted page-like audience. Number two, you must be posting relevant and contextual content that your target audience wants to see. And yes, I keep looking at my notes. So yeah. So pretty much none of this national statistic stuff, guys. People are not interested in national statistics. That kind of stuff is absolutely meaningless to them. They don't understand. They haven't made the connection how a statistic for the entire country has any bearing on their individual house that's sitting in their little neighborhood right next to their neighbors. They don't. So none of this and you also don't want to put out stuff that's for other real estate agents. I see real estate agents having a page that's supposed to be targeted to consumers in their market, and they're putting out stuff that is meant for other real estate agents. Like they're sharing stuff, like random stuff, like getting into real estate or how to market in real estate and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, that is not what your target audience wants. So none of that. Also, you do not want to be the local events coordinator. People won't see you as the expert in real estate. That's not what you want to do. So what does your target audience like? Well, here's an example. For most residential home buyers, now I'm sure there's investors, there are vacation home, there are higher end luxury, there is commercial, there's everything. I'm going to talk specifically about residential home buyers and sellers, home buyers and sellers, residential. They love remodels. They love home tours. They love DIYs that are relevant to increasing the value of their home. They love seeing how other people live. in their neighborhood and other parts of the world, etc. They love local content that actually affects their lifestyle and their home. So you need to be that person. If you're going to be someone who's doing like local relevant stuff, don't be the activities or events coordinator. Be the information source for something that actually affects their bottom line, their lifestyle, whether it's their financial bottom line or their emotional bottom line. Be that person related to their home, to their lifestyle, etc. That is the key. That's what I mean by contextual. Here's the third piece. The third piece is you've got to be posting frequently. None of this once a day or a couple times a week baloney that people think is, I don't want to overwhelm my people. In one breath, we're saying, why aren't my posts being seen by most of my page likes? And in the next breath, we're going, oh no, if you post more than once a day, oh my goodness, people are going to get annoyed with you. Does anybody see the disparity here? Not everybody sees what you post. In fact, like less than 1% of people see what you post. You need to post multiple times. Stuff goes stale quickly. It gets old quickly. And so you need to post multiple times a day. Leverage something like meetedgar.com to be your pretty much machine, your VA for you to post. Don't be on Facebook constantly, but get something out there about every 4-ish hours because content is old after 4 hours. If somebody's not on in the 4 hours that you post your stuff, they're not going to see it unless it's crazy, wildly viral. And guys, don't spend your time trying to do crazy, wildly viral stuff. Focus on being quality and contextual. All right. Number 4. Here's something. It's like, I see agents doing this and I'm just like, I think we just kind of forget. I'm not sure why, but we completely forget. You gotta be engaging in your content and with anyone who engages in your content. Here's what I mean. So you don't want to just post links or post a picture or just post something. You need to actually say something as a human, your opinion of it, your thoughts about it, a question about it. You know, why are you posting it? Share why you're posting it. What are your thoughts? Like I said, ask a question, you know, seek a response from your fans, from people who are connected with you. Don't just post links and stuff thinking that it's all good. You need to somehow connect because you wouldn't just walk up to somebody wherever you are at an event or whatever and just like hold up a magazine ad and just, or a magazine article and just post it at them like that. And that's what we're doing when we're just posting stuff on our page and not saying anything. Wouldn't we go, hey, what'd you think about that article in the U.S. News and World Report, blah, 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 that said this? What'd you think? Did you agree with that? You would say something like that. Be that person on your page. That's what you need to be. So you need to make sure that you're engaging with your content. The other piece is you need to engage with your people. Do you know how many agents' pages that I've actually looked at, just looked at their pages, and they have comments, and the agent hasn't acknowledged the comments at all. They have comments on posts. They even have people who have written things on their pages, like posted, taken the time to post, asking them a question, and there's no response. There's nothing. There's no acknowledgement, no response, no nothing. Guys, this is huge. When people see that, you know, we want to drive leads, but when people are trying to reach out to us and we're not engaging with them and responding to them or treating them with the same value that we would someone face-to-face or a phone call, other people see that, which is why no one else, eventually people stop writing on your page and stop commenting. So you need to be engaged. You have to respond to that engagement. Now, you don't need to respond to everything. If somebody just clicks like on a post, don't say anything. Let them just click like. But if they comment or they put a post on your page and ask a question, you got to respond. You got to. That's what you have to do. All right. Number 5. This is kind of a trick that I have found in the last, I don't know, I didn't actually do it before because it didn't work as well. It works a lot better now that Facebook has released page engagement audience tracking. So now that they've released that, it's worth it. So here's the thing. You got to be watching for anything that appears to get even more engagement than normal on your page, and then you boost that content out to your page likes. Here's what I mean. So go through at about 48 hours after you've posted something and look at something. Don't look for reach. Look at the engagement on it and look in your insights. Look at the engagement on it. If the engagement is a lot higher than other things, so for me, if I have a post with what I call an engagement score of 10 or more. So what I mean by that is between likes, comments, and shares, if within the first 48 hours it's got more than 10 engagement, that's a like, comment, or a share, or a click or whatever, then I look at those and go, okay, those are the ones that I want to push out more to my people. Here's what's very interesting about insights in Facebook. Facebook, for some reason, on my page, I don't know who else this is true for, but for some reason, what they're doing is they are pushing out my photo quotes like insane. Like, so I have a photo that I have taken, and then I put a quote, like one of my favorite quotes on it, and I share that on my page. Facebook's pushing it out to 10%, 20%, that's huge, of my fan base, the people who like my page. But I'm not getting the same kind of engagement as I'm getting on some of the other things. So that they're only posting out to 1%. So for example, a recent photo quote that they pushed it out to over 2,000 people. And I think that there was an engagement, what I call an engagement score of about 5. And then there was a post right before or right after it, within a couple hours of it, they only pushed it out to less than 300 people compared to the 2,000, but it had an engagement score of 15. In other words, that content, they didn't push it out because they didn't think people would like it, but clearly people liked it more. That is what you're looking for. You're looking for those pieces that maybe didn't get pushed out as much, but boy, it's got engagement on there because people are clicking through, they're responding. That is what you want to boost. So you want to boost that. You're going to boost it to your fans, to your page like audience. And here's what you're doing. The reason that you're boosting it is so that you can build an even bigger page engage audience. And that's in audiences. So you have reasons why you'd be doing this. Things like that. Let me look at questions real quick. I want to recap this in just a minute. Let me look at questions. Okay. So thank you, Donna. Okay, hi Tammy, Donna, Tom, Michelle. Thank you, Donna, for putting that out. I appreciate that. The Facebook page setup checklist. Tammy says, when you upload in bulk to Edgar, how do you go back and add comments to show up in the scheduled post? So you can just go right into, if you upload in bulk to Edgar, you can go right back into the library and put some sort of engagement in the post itself, and then it'll post out for you. So for example, let's just say you have like 3 remodeling posts and each one's a different thing. And there's something that you like in each one. So I would just point out, would you do this to your house? Would you make this change to your house? Or, do you like this, not do you like this kitchen, but like, I really love the counters. What do you think about the counters? Be very specific, not random stuff. Just pick different things. So that's the kind of engagement that you would do. How do you feel about modern design? That's just an example. How do you feel about rustic design? You'll get people who tell you what they like and don't like. And then that's what I mean. So that's all. You just go back into the library and go through your posts in that category, Tammy. It's really easy on Edgar. I love Edgar. Aha! Martha wants to know what the difference is between a like versus a follow. Okay, so a page like is an audience that we can actually target. So when somebody likes your page, we can target the page likes through ads, audiences in your ads manager. Following, by default, when somebody likes your page, they're following your page, okay? So by default, that automatically happens. Now, people can unfollow your page, so maybe they want to stay connected with you, but they've unfollowed your page. That's not a good thing because it's good because you can still run ads to them, but it's not necessarily a good thing because then Facebook looks at that and goes, ooh, those people aren't liking their content, okay? So that's not a good thing. The other piece to this is people can follow your page without liking your page. It's nice, but it's also not good because you can't actually target page followers. You can only target page likes in ads right now. I am sure Facebook's going to be doing something else, but what it really does is it shows you, like, I've followed a couple pages that I haven't page liked because I want to see what they're doing, but I don't actually want to like the page because I don't want to show people that I like the page. I don't want to be really connected and show support for the page. I just want to look at it to see what they're doing, if that makes sense. So that's the difference. Followers should get your posts. They should get your notifications. Of course, they can turn those on and off, but page likes you can actually target in ads. Let's see, any other questions? Okay, let me recap this real quick, okay? So to get your post seen, keep asking your questions and I'm gonna recap this. To get your post seen, you first have to have a highly targeted page-like audience. That is the key. That is your foundational key. Number 2, you have to be posting relevant and contextual content that your target audience wants to see. That's number 2. Number 3, you have to be posting frequently. And by frequently, I mean every 4-ish hours or so. 4, you have to be engaging in your content and engaging with people on your page. So you've got to be engaging with people. And you have, in a way, when you first post and when they comment. So that's number 4. Number 5, you have to be really kind of watching your analytics, watching your insights to see what you're posting that's getting a lot of engagement. Doesn't need to have a lot of reach, just a lot of engagement. And then you need to put some money behind that and boost it for 7 days. Typically what I find, I put $30 in, it ends up being like $4 something a day. I'll do a boost for 7 days for $30. Helps a lot because then what I can do, I can take that audience is being created. There's an audience being created when you boost and people engage with it. Because there's an engagement audience, and that's the audience that I actually run ads to. So they're not only are they my page likes, but they are people who have engaged with something on my page. So then I can then run a little bit stronger ads to them with a higher response. So this is what I talk about when I talk about layers and stuff like that. Any other questions, you guys? Any other thoughts? I have another training with members. So members that are on here right now, we have a training in 30 minutes. Make sure you are registered for that. Cheris did send out the registration. Okay, so Tammy says, when we add the content that you send out monthly, do we leave the previous content in place as well in Edgar? I do. The only thing that I check, I make sure, sometimes when I curate stuff for you guys, it's in the moment. So it's meant for March or it's meant for April or whatever month. Like it actually has, the article itself talks about what to do in the spring. So you don't want that running in the fall. So I would probably put that in a separate category, like have a spring category, have a spring, summer, fall category. But yeah, I would leave the other content out because it'll just rotate through for you. And that's good. And then you can also see your higher engaging stuff and rerun them. So yeah, I leave them in there. I think there's a maximum, but I think it's something like 10,000 in Edgar. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big maximum. Any other questions, you guys? Thoughts? I just want to make sure, you guys, those are the 5 things for your page. So when agents come to me and say, how do I get my posts seen? The very first thing I look at are their page likes. That's the very first thing. The very next thing I look at, what are they posting? What are they posting? How often are they posting? Are they responding to people who are commenting on what they're posting? Are they engaging in what they're posting? And have they actually had enough engagement on anything to push it out more, to pay to push it out? So that is really where it's at. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'm going to wrap this up and see you guys on the next episode of The Ribbit Show. Thank you so much for joining me. And for members, I will see you in about half an hour. Talk to you later, you guys.